Good morning, everybody. We have a great privilege this morning. Many of us have been involved in Operation Christmas Child with Samaritan's Purse, and many of us will go again this year to the warehouse and be involved in packing those shoe boxes and looking through those shoe boxes and getting them ready to go all over the world. And what a privilege today to be here with Livia. Livia is from Romania, and she has quite a story to tell us about how she came in contact with Samaritan's Purse and Operation Christmas Child. So, Livia, what a joy to be with you this morning. Tell us about your life in Romania.
Actually, my life has been an interesting life because when I was 2 years old, I was put in the orphanage, in a state orphanage that was called the Best Orphanage, and I have lived there for 10 years. And I want to give you a picture of how was my life. I want to give you a story. Many of you may have seen videos and pictures of orphans, but I want to share my side of the story. And first of all, we had to wear the same pair of clothes for a week. I mean, same underwear, same socks, whatever we had on us stayed on us for a week. We took baths after 5 or 10 children who have already bathed in the same water. So there was always a competition going on trying to say who could be there first before the line started to get long. Or we would exchange food to let them know, can I be the first one in the clean water? And just things like that. And another thing is that in the orphanage were not just 20 or 50 children, but there were hundreds of children ranging from age 2 to age 18. And one thing that we all had in common was the absence of being loved. We did not know how did it feel for us to be loved. How did it feel for us to be comforted when we have bad dreams, when we need someone's support, when we need someone's help? And we did not know how did it feel to be loved. We were all craving that love, and we were all desperate for attention. And one thing that we did or went through is that we did not know what birthdays were. I did not know when was my birthday. We never celebrated it. Same thing with Christmas. We did not celebrate Christmas, and the only way we did was through food. And if we ever received presents, they were always taken away by the workers because the workers could not afford the kind of gifts we would receive for their own children. So if we receive bicycles and Barbies and training suits, it will last for a minute or so in our hands, but then it will scar our hearts from the workers because they will take it away from us and they will give it to their own children. So that's how our life was. And to me, it felt like I lived in a world that was called the impossible world because anything I dreamed of having, I knew it was not going to happen. I could not even think of items I wanted. I couldn't even make it process through my mind because there's not even a point into having to wish those things I wanted.
Well, the Bible tells us that we're to care for the orphans and the widows, and you were in that situation where you were in an orphanage, and through the providence of God, somehow you came in contact with Operation Christmas Child.
Yes.
Tell us how that happened.
Yes, one summertime, believe it or not, Samaritan's Purse came by and they dropped the shoe boxes and then they left. And then we hear Americans are coming. Now, when we hear Americans are coming, to us it's like Elvis Presley is coming to your town. And we were so excited, and because we all are craving love, we all are craving attention, when we heard that they were coming, we all ran to the gates. Now imagine yourself, picture this in your mind, how hundreds of children from little to 18 are running to the gates, and all of us are stomping on each other's feet, tripping, bulging against each other, pushing, doing whatever it takes to get to the gates. And as we went there, we held on to the bars of the gates, and we were so desperate for them to come. And by the time it was time for us to let go of our hands, our nails will be engraved into our palms because that's how much we wanted for them to come and give us what they had. And the way we were so excited for the Americans is because we knew Americans are rich, they have candy, you have everything, and we would just look forward for them. But when they came, we all spotted one person that we wanted to be our own, and I spotted this lady named Connie, and I eyeballed her and took her by the arm and never let go of her. It was like I was super glued to her hands. And she came by. It was her very first time mission trip just to see how it is. And she was familiar with the project, and they saw the shoebox gifts, and they said, well, why won't we pass them the shoebox gifts? So they did. And Connie happens to pick a random shoebox. Who knows? It may have been yours. And she gives it to me. And just to let you know, before I even opened the box, I want to let you know that there was a wish I wanted for a very, very long time, is that I wanted my own set of hair clips. It's not like I wanted a house or a car, just simple hair clips, nothing big. And I wanted them for many years, but I knew there was not a way I could have them. And Connie happens to pick this shoebox. She hands it to me. She sits next to me. And when I opened it, guess what was in the shoebox? At the very top of the box happens to be a pack of hair clips. Now, guys, it was not just a small pack. It was a big pack of hair clips. I was so excited. I was like fanatic about these things. I tore the packet open and I tried to put them all in my hair. Connie's looking at me. Calm down, child. I said, no, I'm having this. I cannot believe I finally have hair clips, something I have wanted for such a long time, and there they are. I'm touching them with my fingers. I just couldn't get the idea of me having those things in my hands and just couldn't believe it. And in the shoebox, I did not just get my wish come true, but I also got how Americans told us how people like you have packed the simple shoebox gifts with items we take things for granted. You packed it with lots of prayer, first of all, and lots of love, and that you are sending me love. And I had to stop and think, how can you send me love? How can you do this to me? Where I have these workers next to me who cannot even show to me a drop of love. And I literally had to stop everything from looking in my shoebox and just sit back and think about the words and to accept. It was hard to accept those words, to know that there's a God out there who loves me every day no matter what. And it was just so touching, and so I was mesmerized by the words. I had to think about it, and it's just so hard to accept it. And I just couldn't believe I am loved. I couldn't believe of all the things I have done in the orphanage, God forgives me and God loves me no matter what. And His love is unconditional. And it just was amazing. And in the shoebox, I also got hygiene items. And hygiene items, you may think, oh, there goes the toothpaste, there goes the bar soap. But to us, it meant the world, because having to take baths after so many children, no way. So it was great to have our own personal hygiene items, because we could be clean at least for a month. We could smell the bar soap and just embrace the fragrance of it and just be so thankful for these items. It was great, and to us, it meant the world. It was like holding a bar of gold in our hands. It was amazing to have those items in our shoebox.